Well, hello again, everyone. I'm Marcus, and I review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing a Slipknot song. I was not expecting them to release another single, but I guess the album is. I'm not sure if it's out today or if it's out this week. I totally forgot right before I started recording this video that their album comes out like super soon. So that's probably why they released another one. So I've listened to their new single Unsainted like a ton of times, so I'm not gonna be listening to that one on this channel. I did, however, listen to what was the name of that song? Another single that they released. Here's an unforgettable one. I can't remember. Solway Firth. I listened to Solway Firth on here and gave my review on that. So check that out if you haven't already. But I'm just on YouTube today looking through some of the videos that have been released, and it looks like they released another song. So I'm gonna check it out. It's called "Birth of the Cruel." Assuming it's off their new album, "We Are Not Your Kind." Is that what that's called? And I've been listening to so much music lately, I'm trying to keep it all straight in my head. So I'm going to go ahead and give it a listen, and I'll let you know what you think. Well, I'll let you know what I think. As always, if you want to request any particular songs or albums for me to review, just leave me a comment, and I'd be happy to oblige. Without further ado, let's go ahead and listen. Slipknot, "Birth of the Cruel." Here we go.
I'm just a Judas
Okay, so that was an interesting one. Um, let's break it down. I'll start with the lyrics this time. So, lyrically, let's take a look. I'm just a Judas looking for a silver line, and tomorrow is still a step behind. Hey, hey, drama, I love to be a waste of your time. I really like that line for some reason. It really stuck out to me. But I'm not entirely sure what he means by that. Hey, hey, drama, I love to be a waste of your time. Maybe he's just saying drama is a waste of time and he's kind of stuck in it. I don't know. Oh, no, thanks so much for wasting mine, so hear me out. Let's hear it for the damaged who understands but the broken. Okay? So, I mean, I think he's saying, like, if you're broken too, you understand people who are damaged, right? Developed in the arms of spite. I'm all fucked up and I make it look good. Adrenaline sight tonight. That line made me chuckle too. I'm all fucked up, but I make it look good, you know. I thought it was pretty funny. I'm overthrown. I'm over your throne. I'm over it. Sick, sickened, sickening. I'm stricken by the fist. Blessed are the fires that have burned me. Listen to this. The lesson is never underestimate the agony. Death of the full, birth of the cruel. I think what it's saying is, like, you know, at one point he was a fool. That person died. That part of him died, and has forced him to become cruel. Because he was foolish, he suffered some sort of agony that pushed him to be a more cruel person. That's what I'm getting from it so far. Remember how you spent the best part of forever in a state of pure disease? It was another thing altogether to forget that you brought out the worst in me. Hey, karma, you don't feel like I do. You just wish you'd hate like I do. We are the bitter, the maladjusted, and wise, fighting off a generation too uptight. I wonder what generation that could be. Probably boomers, if I had to guess. We're all dressed up with nobody to kill. Their rhetoric stops tonight. I'm overthrown, I'm over your throne, I'm over it. And then they go into the chorus again, looks like. I think it's pretty much the same. Now's not the time for denying, shifting the focus to scare. Let's not forget we're all guilty, all three dimensions polluted by earnest despair. I'm overthrown, I'm over your throne, I'm over it. So pretty interesting lyrically. I think it still has to do with that whole issue they had with that former bandmate. That's kind of what I'm getting. I think there's sort of a line there where it's like you appreciate or you even deify this person, right? And you realize that maybe they weren't as great of a person as you thought. So I think this is pretty interesting lyrically. So far, in some other videos I've talked about how I've been pretty good about guessing what the artist means lyrically. So far, for all the Slipknot songs I've listened to, I feel like I maybe know, but I just also don't really feel confident about my analysis of the lyrics. So lyrically, it's interesting. I give it just a single thumbs up, mainly because it gave me a couple lines to kind of laugh and appreciate, you know. But to me, the lyrics aren't very memorable. It's not something that I'm gonna find myself singing to. Again, I compare it to Unsainted. I feel like that after my first listen of Unsainted, I was singing that song, especially that chorus, super catchy. Whereas these last two songs, more on the heavy side, which is, it's fine, it's Slipknot, but it just hasn't been as memorable for me lyrically. Same instrumentally, so I'm gonna transition to instrumentals. Instrumentally, it's basically what you assume Slipknot is gonna sound like. I kind of like the little Morse code sound effects they had in there. I like when they kind of do something a little bit different. But to me, it sounded like a Slipknot song. The drums were there, the guitar was there. It was a Slipknot song, you know. That's not good. It's not bad. It's just to me, it's formulaic. It to me doesn't sound like anything I haven't heard before. And I can't really think about anything from that song instrumentally that really stands out as a key point for me. If you've watched my Dream Theater videos, you'll notice how I talk about just how masterfully crafted the instrumentals are, and I talk about some of the memorable parts. Like their Dream Theater's song "Fall Into the Light" had that super awesome intro that I was totally digging when I first heard that song. I don't really have anything like that for this particular song. There's something instrumentally that stands out to me. It's gonna really draw me in. So instrumentals I give it's Slipknot. It's what you've come to expect, but if that's cool with you, then you're gonna like the song. If you're wanting something a little bit different, something a little bit more interesting, then it's definitely right. So the Sideways Thumb, it's all right. I mean, it wasn't bad. I don't want to say the instrumentation was bad. It just wasn't exciting or memorable. And therefore, when I move on to listenability, I've got to give listenability a thumbs down. And the only reason I give it a full thumbs down is that after listening to Solway Firth, I was like, okay, maybe this is an outlier. Maybe this is kind of a heavier song that's main purpose is to tell a story, and they're not too focused on the catchiness or the listenability or mainstream appeal. And then I heard this song, I'm like, okay, it's kind of the same thing. It reminds me of Solway Firth, where it's kind of dark, heavy, but it's not very catchy, memorable. So listenability to me suffers in this song and in Solway Firth. I know not every song can be as catchy and memorable as Unsainted, but I'm hoping the rest of the album has something I can latch onto that's really going to keep bringing me back. Now, these two songs, after some repeat listens, they might start to settle a little bit better with me, but there's nothing I can grasp onto yet besides Unsainted from the 3 songs that I've heard. So hoping it's going to be a little bit stronger. But anyway, as always, if you want to support the artist, please listen to their music via official channels and means. And if you want to support me, do the YouTube stuff, subscribe, like, etc. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hope you like this one. Bye.